The only thing in my young life, other than, complete poverty, and when I say poverty, you're probably saying to yourself, well, we've all experienced a bit of poverty. The way I measure the poverty is that lots of us are poor. Lots of us have been poor. We know people that are poor. But I add all the things up together. I add up the fact that I was cold, that I went to bed in my clothes because I was so cold. I'm hungry. I can remember my brother whimpering because he's cold and he's hungry. And I want to get to sleep, and he's whimpering. So you've got the cold, you've got the hunger, deprivation, and then on top of that, you've got the illnesses. TB, TB. It was horrendous. I mean, my little pal lying in bed next to me died. And I survived. So, that poverty, that terrible, overwhelming poverty was drained. What was the question?
Oh, yeah, always rotation.
Yeah, I drifted off there. Got lost in the night. No, and of course, of all of this, the only one thing was this amazing institution across the road that I would hear when I'm working on my stall. I could hear the cheers and the boos, and when I'm sort of 7, 8, I go and investigate. And in those days I was so skinny, what with, as I say, being ill and not even having enough money for food. I was so skinny, but one of the benefits of being skinny, I could actually wriggle under the turnstiles to get into Upton Park free. Free. And I would save the sixpence, because it was sixpence to get in. And of course this was the one wonderful, wonderful experience. I would go and watch football right across the road from where I lived. It was wonderful. I wanted to be a footballer. And of course I saw people like Parsons, Tucker, Gregory. I remember seeing Stanley Matthews. Wow, I saw Stanley Matthews. See, I'm now going to go off track now. And I remember after seeing Stanley Matthews, I waited outside in the rain, waiting for Stanley Matthews to come out. Stanley, autograph, Stanley. And it started to rain, and he ran straight past me and straight onto the bus. Oh no, I'm so sad. Didn't get Stanley's. 50 years later, I am in Stoke City's ballroom speaking to Peter Coates, the chairman, and there's a voice behind me said, "Chairman, can I get you a drink?" I turned around and I said, "No thank you, Stanley, but you can sign my autograph, you can sign my programme for my son David." So he said, "It's a pleasure," and signed to David from Sir Stanley Matthews. So I learned something that day: patience. It's important to remain patient. And I have to this very day Stanley Matthews autographed on my programme. What was the question? Because I digressed, didn't I?
Just moving into when you, obviously it's been a long-term love affair of yours, football, but your first sexual